The Jeffrey Epstein emails that are coming out look really bad for Donald Trump. Trump is all over those emails, and he's all over them not as a casual, distant acquaintance of Jeffrey Epstein, but he's in there accused of specific things that are really, really bad. Example here. We start with the first one. This is an email where we have Thomas Landon and Epstein writing back and forth. Epstein writes to Landon, "Would you like photos of Donald and girls in bikinis in my kitchen?" To which Landon says yes, and Epstein says Hawaiian tropic girl Lauren Petrella. And later, with a link, says my 20-year-old girlfriend in 93 that after 2 years I gave to Donald. Epstein is saying that he gave. This is such horrible language. You gave a person. He's saying he gave a girl, a woman, a young woman, his ex-girlfriend, to Donald Trump. Dear God, these are bad. Another email, and Landon Thomas is a financial reporter, by the way, for the New York Times. Epstein writes, "Read the BuzzFeed regarding my airplane logs and Hawaiian tropic contest. Have them ask my houseman about Donald, almost walking through the door, leaving his nose print on the glass as young women were swimming in the pool, and he was so focused he walked straight into the door. Not a casual acquaintance, if these emails are to be believed." Now, let me do a brief interlude. If you are going to claim that this is all a hoax, you have to account for why long before Donald Trump even declared his presidential candidacy, they would have created this presumably fake email trail. It doesn't make any sense. The simplest explanation is the most likely explanation, which is the emails are authentic and they reflect reality and they reflect Jeffrey Epstein's recollection of events. Emails reveal that Donald Trump spent his first Thanksgiving after getting elected president with Jeffrey Epstein in 2017. Here is a series of emails between Jeffrey Epstein and Faith Cates. Faith asks, "When are you back in New York City?" He says, "Next week." And then he says, when asked who is down there with Epstein, Epstein says, "David Feisel, Hansen, Trump." This email says not Trump might be down here, Trump is down here. Another email from Epstein to Larry Summers, where Epstein says at the top, "Recall I've told you, I have met some very bad people, none as bad as Trump. Not one decent cell in his body. So yes, dangerous about Donald Trump." Epstein is saying, Trump's the worst I've ever met. Think about what that implies about Donald Trump. And then finally, another email from Epstein to Kathy Rumler in 2018, where Epstein says, "You see, I know how dirty Donald is. My guess is that non-lawyers, New York business people have no idea what it means to have your fixer flip." These are far, far worse emails than even I imagined. And I imagined they could be pretty bad, although we didn't yet have that information. We didn't yet have that evidence. But Trump is not only all over the emails certainly suggest that Trump's relationship with Epstein did not end in the aughts around 2007, 2006, whenever. Trump was hanging out with Epstein even into 2017 at Thanksgiving. This is a red alert disaster for Donald Trump. Trump was asked some questions about this yesterday. You might not be surprised to hear that he declined to answer. Donald Trump has already packed his second-term cabinet with loyalists. He's threatened deportation as political punishment. He's expanded executive authority in ways we have not seen in modern history. These are real changes that are happening right now. And what's even more alarming is that a lot of the media is either glossing over the worst of it or they're reframing it so it all sounds a little more palatable. And that is why I use Ground News. This is a news comparison tool. Doesn't just feed you headlines. It shows you here's how different outlets, left, right, center, are covering the same story. And this is one of the few tools I know of that can really help you detect the political spin, the bias, catch stories that your usual sources might downplay or not cover at all, on everything from immigration policy to economic shifts. If you want to get a bigger picture, a broader picture of what's being reported, Ground News is an invaluable source to keep you informed. And Ground News is offering my audience 40% off their top tier Vantage plan. You'll only pay $5 a month. Go to ground.news/Pakman or enter the code Pakman in the app to get started. The link is in the description.